What's up, guys? It is Will here back again for another episode of Collectors Mingle. We got an amazing panel for you this evening. We're going to talk about some really good stuff. We're going to talk about the classic Loki. The InArt / Queen Studios Joker pre-order was reopened. We're going to get into that. We're also going to get into the Prime 1 Bloodsport, which actually looks a lot better than it did originally. We'll talk about the InArt The Batman head sculpt. There's so much to get into, guys, so all I'll say is just stay tuned right around the corner. Yo, look at this amazing panel. I mean, seriously, guys. And we got the Hot Toys Wizard / Aries coming in a little bit. So if anything, man, I think we got an all-star panel here. Y'all just make the show wonderful. So you make me look good. You know, all I got to do is host and just guide you towards the topics. That's all. I look good. That's all I got to do. Like I said, Jimmy Fallon of collecting. That's what I'm going for. So, guys, thanks so much for joining me. And Mike, man, Mike Casa, Mike Collectors Enabled. I know, Mike, you have a new YouTube channel now. So
yeah, man,
this is exciting, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, thanks for having me back, Will. And we've been really busy over the last week at Collectors Enabled, and it's been growing fast, and I'm really excited. So happy to enable lots of people, especially tonight.
Maybe you'll enable me to get that Gandalf, bro. Maybe
you're gonna get it. It's just a matter
dude,
of time.
maybe. Lael knows me by now. Lael knows if I say maybe, it's probably a yes. But you know, Lael knows. But Dante, dude, Man of Hot Collectibles, I've missed this man so much. I've not seen him in I feel like 5 years. All I had to do was drop a Loki comment on his live stream, and then he was back. And that was it. We rekindled our friendship. Dante, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone watching at home. Man, I got bombarded with sickness, work. I've been miserable, man, for the past few weeks. But I'm back, man. I'm back. Glad to be here. Glad to see everyone here. And can't wait to talk about Loki, man.
I know, man. I don't know. I don't have it on the slate for tonight, but maybe I should bring it up because I know Leo probably wants to talk about it again. So, you know, if anyone, it'll be Leo. Leo, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Nice.
You know, just I'm here.
Just living life to the fullest.
Yeah, man. That's mainly it, bro. Just been doing some things today, and
nice.
You know, we had Collectors Lounge, and we had Take Your Position, and now I'm here.
Nice. Yeah,
Definitely,
man, that
bro.
sounds like a fun day. So thanks for joining me. Yeah. I appreciate it as always. And like I said, we should have Aries showing up here shortly. You know, I'm not sure where he's at the moment, but he should be here soon. But until then, we got brother cousins or daddy cousins, if you will. Space Pimp. How you doing?
Gotta
man?
Change that.
I know. Change the channel, man. You got a new logo though, and it's awesome. I don't know where you got that from, but that shit is awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually, a lot of people don't know I do graphic design.
Oh,
work.
you did it yourself.
That's what I do for a living.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know that, dude. Even better.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just a little lazy. I'm always working on other people's work, but when it comes to my work, I'm like, ugh. And the original Brother Cousins logo was kind of done in haste. I was like, oh, I gotta get a channel together. Let me just put this together. So when I started to think about like t-shirts and memberships and stuff, I was like, I can't go on like this. This doesn't look good on a coffee cup. So yeah.
Coffee cup.
Had to change the game up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it looks great, man. I'm happy to have you here. I know we've been, you know, trying to get you on here soon. So, you know, I'm glad you're here tonight, man. So it's going to be a blast. Amazing panel. Awesome. But let's address the chat before we get into the first topic. Tukathi in the house. What's up, gentlemen? Tukathi, good to see you, man. Dockinator in the house. Greetings, fellow Mingleberries. Nice. Hope you all are doing well. Nice. Xander in the house. Maniac UK. Lane Kramer's in the house. Bro, I ain't seen Lane in a minute. Lane, good to see you here, man. Figure Shot. Primetime Reviews. Mike Fayella. Gilbert Almazan, yo, what's up, fellow collectors? InArt Batman head sculpt is masterpiece. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. Two Ferns, Universal Key, Maniac UK, Linda, Kinky Sphincter. Let's go, Smexy, WillFoxification. Yeah, the username checks out. Ant-Man. So yeah, this is Caleb. He asked me for my Google Sheets that I use for my budgeting and stuff like that. So I gave him sort of a template and sent him. I basically just gave him the one I have, and I just cut everything out of it. So he's using that to start his own spreadsheet. So. Nice. Very exciting. Glad people are doing that. AJ in the house, KJ Smith, brother Cousins in the house, Two Ferns, Alvin J, 16 Fix. Good to see you, Marco, man. I got to get you back on,
Marco.
seriously. Yeah. The artist himself, Renz Talentino,
Nice.
Marco Polo, Sean Bean in the house, bro. Good to see you, Sean Bean. Leon Walker. We have a rock stars of collecting on. Dude, seriously, we really do. The Ben Cave, Marco Polo, Eric Henke, Sean Bean again, Brad K. Oh, I think that's pretty much everybody. So, guys, I want to jump into the first topic rather for tonight. And it's actually something that just kind of came up recently. Marco messaged me about it a little bit earlier today. So I don't know if you guys saw, the Joker pre-order for the deluxe edition, the rooted 2-pack, has actually been reopened for pre-order. It never really left Spec Fiction anyway.
Wow.
Because it was still up, but it was supposed to be what, a 3-day window, right? A 3-day window to pre-order this thing. It has been reopened, so a lot of these shops that did sell out have them in stock again, right? So I wanted to ask you guys, and I'll just kind of go down the line here to start. Mike, do you think this is an issue? Like, do you think people are going to care about this? I mean, because I've already pre-ordered it and paid it off. Maybe some people missed out of that 3-day window, but it was supposed to be kind of an exclusive thing, and now it's kind of less of an exclusive thing. So does that matter to you at all?
I don't know how much it really matters because this kind of came up really quietly and no one really made a big deal about it. And, maybe Queen Studios is just doing this. Maybe they didn't really fulfill quite as many orders for the rooted hair as they wanted to. I'm in the same boat. I PO'd mine and, I'm ready to go. But maybe it's a good thing because if they had to reopen the window, they probably didn't have enough to make the edition size worth it for them. So, I don't know. What do the other guys think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to hear. But Dante, does this matter to you, man? I don't know if you pre-ordered this or not. I don't know if we haven't spoken about it, but does it matter that they reopened this pre-order window at all?
Well, I agree with Mike says. I think it's a smart move. I think because it is a possibility that they didn't have enough orders to fulfill this, just because of the price point. If you compare the one in the middle, the premium, which I have no idea why it's called premium, and then you have the deluxe. I thought it was supposed to be the other way.
Right.
But all right, those are technicalities. But if you I ordered the one in the middle, and I was thinking to order the one with the rooted hair. It looks fantastic, but I couldn't justify 350 plus for just rooted hair. So me, personal decision, budget wise, nothing against the rooted hair. Of course, it looks fantastic. I think, for people that wanted to get this and miss out or maybe learn later about this, now they have a chance to do it. Is that mean that we're going to get this at the end of the year, as they said, as they promised? Most likely not. Most likely it's going to be a delay of some sort, right? It's never going to be on time. Now with this little window here that they opened, maybe they're going to push that maybe another few weeks or few months into next year, probably. I don't know, but I think it's a good chance for people who didn't order this. Personally, I think if you go with the one in the middle, you should be fine. But if you want to go all in, by all means, you can go with this one.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely, man. I'm with you on this one. Brother Cousins, how you feeling about this, man? You think this matters at all that they reopened it?
I don't think it matters as much because of the price point is so high. I mean, people need as many opportunities to get this thing as possible. The weird thing is on Spec Fiction, I originally wanted to buy mine from Spec Fiction. And it was I think it was 24 hours after it went live. I actually tried to buy it, tried to buy it, and it was it came up saying it was sold out, that it had been waitlisted, and I was like, what? And then like an hour later it went away and you were able to buy it. So I find that very weird. But it's weird that it went up again after that 3-day window. I don't know. I don't think collectors are going to care about it that much because, like I said, it gives people more opportunity to buy it, and it's already such a very expensive piece. So, and it's kind of a ways away. So I kind of think the people that bought it and jumped on it were the kind of people that were like us, that were collectors that were going to buy it anyway. So I don't think that, it makes too much of a big difference or too much of a big deal. But if I knew I had more time to buy it, I wouldn't have went and, paid all that money up front. So it does kind of suck. I mean, I'm doing a payment plans with Toys Wonderland anyway, even though I'm like, I didn't want to do Toys Wonderland for this particular item. But like I said, because I had thought at that time it went waitlisted on Spec Fiction, I had no choice but to do that. So I am kind of like butthurt about it a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. The money was going to go one way or the other. I was even going to do a payment plan with Spec or Toys Wonderland. Toys Wonderland I was in a rush to do it because I thought I had missed out on it. So
Gotcha.
I got hit with the fear of missing out type of thing. So that does kind of suck. And for anybody that was in my, that was in my position, but yeah, I mean, it's not too much of a big deal. But like I said, it's still kind of far off. People are going to, if they want it, they're going to get it. I'm not too hurt about it. I just want to figure when it comes out, when it's available. So
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm pretty much in the same boat. Yeah, I mean, I've already paid it off, but I really have no problem with them reopening. I know the exclusive crowd will have a little bit of an issue with it, but Leo, I know you don't really seem to be in that crowd. Like, you just want the good figure. That's all you care about usually. So do you really have an issue or see an issue with them reopening this?
I could care less.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I could really care less about it. I mean, I got a good deal. I'm actually probably glad I didn't go with Spec Fiction. Because like I said, I wouldn't have got the deal that I got. I mean, I kind of slid in when it was at a certain price point. On top of that, I had, credit to use, towards it. So I got a really good deal about it or with it. I think, majority of individuals actually went towards the sculpted hair first anyway. And I think that, pretty much with that being stated, there were certain rooted options that were available. It might have been available. I think it just comes down to once they actually tallied up all of the pre-orders that they actually had, everything that they had in stock, they realized that they might have had more. And then the thing is, it's like, now, is this Spec Fiction or is this Queen Studios themselves? Because I know on Queen Studios site it's sold out, correct?
Yeah, so like it's open for pretty much everybody again. So like, if 1/6 Kid reopened the pre-orders, TMS, pretty much everybody. So Queen Studios just said, hey, no more 3 days, we're just reopening it. So
yeah. So and that's what I'm thinking mainly, like I said, with something like this is the simple fact that, I mean, again, a lot of people went towards the sculpted, and on top of that, they went with the single version sculpted as well. You know what I mean? So once they got that out of the way, they had a couple of these left over, and you didn't get a lot of people that went for this because of the expense. So either way, it doesn't matter to me. I don't think that there was any type of rhyme or reason or any type of scandal or whatever. I think it came down to, at the end of the day, they looked at the amount of pre-orders that they had and said, okay, well, we still have some of the rooted available, and they just went with that. Now, I mean, with any company, come on, man, you can't, Queen Studios, you can't blame them for the simple fact that they did something like this and, put out or open up the pre-orders again. I mean, Sideshow does it all the time. They did it with that 4 or 5 day window they gave us for the special edition, and then supposedly it was gone, and then you look and it's still there. So what the hell was that? You know what I mean? So you can't really fault them for taking the opportunity to do something like this, man. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. Whoever actually didn't get their hands on it, you know what I mean? They now have a chance to get it. I think at the end of the day, more so now, it's just seeing what the figure's going to look like. I think they're going to actually do some good with it. So I'm just mainly happy that I'll finally have the version that I want, and I can just move on from it. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, myself, I'm just out of loop because I just don't get caught up in the politics behind the scenes. I really don't care. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think I have it in hand, and that's it.
I'm with you too, man. Like, I don't really care that they've reopened the pre-order. I think it's an interesting conversation though, because I think the crowd that wants exclusivity out of 1/6 would care about this. Because one of the reasons I think they got it, but for me, man, nah, man, it just looks incredible. I really have no problem with it.
Think about it. Like, is anything nowadays exclusive, bro?
Nah, not really.
Nothing nowadays, nothing in the collecting realm, in the 1/6 scale collecting realm, is really exclusive anymore. You get more exclusivity with statues than you do with 1/6 scale figures.
Yeah.
So you can't really say, like, anybody coming into this game looking for exclusive issue figures, you're in the wrong system right now, because pretty much if it's not a re-release, if it's not pieces that, they might say, okay, it's not a re-release, it's a revamp from a different, okay, still it's the same thing. I mean, you can't really say that it's exclusive anymore. Like, there's no exclusivity when it comes to 1/6 scale. So that you might as well get that completely out of your head.
If it's not numbered or anything like that, you're right. If it's not a numbered piece, forget about it. And that's the thing. These things are made to sell, and it's
and that's exactly what
as possible.
Right. That's exactly what I wanted to go, because there's two things I wanted to take into account. This is, like you said it, broadcast. It's not like numbered. Like, there is no like a quantity behind this figure. So it just gave us 3-day window to pre-order, but that doesn't mean that they give us 1,000 units that we can only get. So that's the kind of like the room that they can play with, right? And another thing is that all the stores that we get in these figures from are technically resellers. I don't think they are just authorized distributors from Queen Studios, to my knowledge. I can be wrong, but and they can still open at any time if they have extra orders. Maybe they were able to get another 50 extra ones, and they're just gonna sell it. They can probably do that as well.
Yeah, but you guys raised really good points, and I think the key theme to me would be that maybe they didn't get as many pre-orders for the 2-pack as they wanted, and that's probably very informative for them moving forward if they decide to do more things like this. And maybe they should have done a single rooted pack. Just offered the rooted figure 1-pack. That would have been something, and maybe they could have done that. So maybe for future releases they can learn something from this, and if that is the case, then maybe they could say, okay, like especially if this is Joker, if you do Gandalf and Legolas or something in a 2-pack, that's going to be harder. So maybe it's a good idea to think about that.
But I think companies in general should get rid of that window. Just get rid of it. I mean, because the thing is just trying to do something like that because you want it to seem special. I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to get your piece. You don't have to do the 3-day window or 5-day window bullcrap. Like, what I mean? Just say, look, it's available now. And I think that, again, Queen Studio, they overshot. They thought just, the hype of around a 1/6 scale figure was going to actually push it over the edge. And I think it kind of like that actually did them a disservice because at the end of the day, now you see this and it's like, well, but again, I can care less about exclusivity. You know what I mean? I just want the figure to kind of fit. And I think everybody should have a chance to get it. So,
Yeah.
Totally agree. And then the price on this, that's the thing. Like, $1,000. I mean, I think everybody on this panel, we're kind of used to buying, high-end items. So for us, it's not that. But for that guy that's like, a collector that's probably collecting like maybe 5 or 6 figures a year, that's a very pricey figure right there. So that's another thing. They probably, lean more towards the sculpted version, and then they probably thought about it like, okay, maybe not. Maybe if I, I'm just gonna bail out of it completely. And I think that's what happened.
Plus on top of that, remember this is the first 1/6 scale figure that Queen Studio is gonna do, so that right there is value as well. Even if they fail miserably, if you get this, it's gonna be it's gonna be valuable. Because it could be the only one too. Who knows? I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know what I mean. Like in case something happened, this is the first figure that they've done ever. They just tried. They just tried to put this price tag and see what's gonna happen. I mean, again, they're still new to the 1/6 community, right? So there's a lot of things that they're gonna learn over time. So I really don't mind that they extended the period of pre-ordering.
Yeah. Me too, man. I'm with you guys on this one. Superior Displays, thanks so much for 99 I guess euro super chat. Super sticker. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so guys, I want to move on to the next topic because there's something interesting here that was teased and kind of not teased at the same time. So it was really interesting because it popped up on I think a Marvel website or something, and then Hot Toys put out a tease just showing kind of like the chest down basically. But good for us, we got pictures that kind of showed more of the figure. So I think everyone here has seen the first episode, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I watched it, really liked it. Really liked it a lot. It's hard to dislike, especially Oscar Isaac's performance is so good. It's so good. So I want to start actually with Lael on this one. So Lael, with this Moon Knight figure, man, are you impressed with what you're seeing so far?
Yes. Very much so. Very much so, bro. Like here's the thing, it was crazy because I put it up. I saw Robert Meyer Burnett put it up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. I could see it. And I did it. Then because of the day, everybody would quick to assume it was April Fool's. I'm like, are y'all not looking at this picture, man? Are y'all not looking at the same thing? Like, look at this and study it. Like, they're not going to look at the watermarking. Look at everything on this figure. Like, everything. It's detailed. It's telling you right there that it is. Then I put up, the first one was the one that you showed. Then I put up these two, and they were still saying, I was like, okay, I'll wait. And then you waited until I was like, I told you. But then again, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's an amazing piece. And I love that. I love the simple fact that Marvel, now mind you, this is a totally different iteration of Stephen Grant and Mark Spector. And it actually is a totally different iteration of the book, of the costume itself. But I love it because it's innovative. I love the simple fact that they mixed, it's like a mummified version of Moon Knight. And I love that they use that cloth material. They went with the moon crescent and not the Ankh that we actually seen in an earlier edition of this figure. So it's dope. Somebody did mention, if, like I said, you got the TB League figures, this would look really, really nice with those ancient Egyptian god figures that they got from TB League. That would be really dope. But I'm happy about this. I'm even more happy that the simple fact that Mike agreed that he's going to get me one. You know what I mean? I'll get one for myself, and Mike's going to get another one. You know what I mean? And I'm happy about Mike. Thanks, Mike. You made my day 2 times. Number one, bro, you made me like what is it, a professional or what is it?
The expert.
Yeah, expert on the channel, man. I was like, yo, nobody's ever done that for me before, man. I don't even consider myself an expert in anything I do, so I'm happy that you did that, man. Thank you. And then to say that you're gonna get me this as a gift, I was like, Mike, bro. You brought Mike here for a reason, bro.
Yeah,
and that reason was just to really meet me and to take me under his wing and say, I got you, bro. And he did that, man. So I think I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah,
I know some people. I can hook you up, but I got you. I got you.
He knows people that know some people. But I want to hop to Dante on this one. Dante, man, I think you've watched the first episode. You told me so. With this Moon Knight figure, man, how excited are you for this one?
So I was the first episode. I was confused as freaking. I was like,
Me
what
too.
the hell am I? What? Because again, I didn't read the comics. So I have no clue. But I'm almost like, in favor of Marvel characters. So it was a very interesting show, and actually really liked the first episode. Just me got the Venom and what's the name of the guy?
Oh, Eddie Brock, yeah.
Eddie Brock and Venom interaction when like the voice is talking to him. I just kind of like that, And it's funny seeing my boy Oscar Isaac doing like a very good British accent, because I definitely could not nail that. He was like fantastic. He was like, oh, bloody hell. I'm like, dude, you can say coño, carajo. Something like that.
There's that forbidden language.
I know, but let me tell you, I really enjoyed the first episode. I'm looking forward for the next ones. This figure looks really, really good. My concern right now, and again, it's too early to call. We need to see it in hand. But I can see there's so much going on, and I think the articulation is going to be painful. Love the fact that we have a wire cape, light up feature. I don't know if we're going to get a head sculpt. No idea, but what I see, I really like. So very happy with it. And then Hot Toys did the teasing of the picture, right? They just give us the tease. I think this one was on Disney Store anyway. I think it was in Marvel Store, something like that. Somebody mentioned that the other day. So looking forward for the figure and see what else we're gonna get with this. But the show was really good. Really like it.
Yeah, me too, man. So, brother Cousins, how you feeling about this Moon Knight figure, man? You really liking it so far, or what do you think?
I love what I'm saying. It really looks good, and I've known the Moon Knight in the comics. I've seen him. I've read some comics with him, but I didn't know too much about him. So I was thoroughly impressed with the show, what I've seen, and coming into it not really knowing what I'm getting, and it just made me a believer in Oscar Isaacs, because in a lot of the movies that I've seen him in, he was fine. He was good. He was good. But I think this right here is this is going to be the thing that gets him a figure made, obviously. And so, I'm definitely digging the show, and this figure just looks great. And yeah, I was like everybody else. Leo, when I saw you post it, I was like, man, is this real? And I was like, wait a minute, it's April Fool. Hold on, man. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, man. But and when I seeing it on Marvel or Marvel.com and everything, I'm like, oh wow, this is okay, this is a real thing. And then I was perplexed to why Hot Toys didn't give us like an official like release. And then I know they did later that day, and they showed like one image when we already saw like all the images. I'm like, come on, just show us the damn thing. It's crazy. But it looks good. I really like it. I can't wait to see everything, that it comes with. I'm interested to see. And they probably won't show us too much because it's still very early in the season, which is probably why they kind of held it back. But yeah, I think once the season comes around, and what is it, 6 episodes? Is this?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, six episodes. Yeah. Once we get to even to the mid or towards the end, I think that's when they'll do like the official release. They'll show everything that comes with it. I'm not sure if we'll get an Oscar Isaac's head sculpt. I'm not sure if it even, how, his powers even work like that, but it's going to look great. I'm all for it. I'm a Marvel guy. So yeah, sign me up. I want this.
Nice. Okay, Mike. So how many are you buying Leo?
All right, so I'm gonna buy 2 now. One for me, one for Leo. I will. There we go. Yeah, man. I agree with everything everyone's saying, and same with Dante. I came into this not knowing anything, and I was like, talking to my wife. Well, let's just try the show. It's Oscar Isaac. He's awesome, and damn, really, really enjoyed it. But that the reveal, the costume reveal at the very end, dude, it just such an epic kind of scene, and you don't even like see it all, but you see like the talking back and forth, and then like you hear the stuff happening in the bathroom, and then you see him, he turns around. It's like, yeah, that's a PO right there.
That's a PO.
Just
Spoken like a true collector.
Just so cool. I mean, like, all right, so, and I just thought a little bit, you know, and this is totally kind of off topic, but it's like with the first episodes of all these new shows that Disney Plus has been putting out, like WandaVision, Loki, Book of Boba Fett, people are like, nah, but I think uniformly across the board here, we all really liked it, like for the first episode. So, you know, I'm really excited to see what's coming for the next 5.
Yeah.
You know, you brought a good point. This is I mean, it's not it's a new character on TV, right? So exactly what happened with the Mandalorian, which was a new character. It was introduced. People get, oh, this looks fantastic. I get the same vibe with this show, man. Like I know maybe it's not fair to compare, you know, the Mandalorian with this one, but that's my impression I got for the first time seeing as with no background of the character at all. I really enjoyed it. I was thinking, okay, let me see this and see what this is about. And man, I like Oscar Isaac, so I guess that was a good thing. But I mean, the last part of the episode when this character was introduced, I was like, wow, they nailed it. The suspense they add to it, and the vibe in the whole show, how weird he looks throughout the movie, you know, throughout the episode and all those things. Very, very happy. I'm looking forward for the second episode, 100%.
Yeah, and it's such a unique feel to it. That's what I really liked about it. It just felt very trippy and out there, and just kind of, and there's so much mystery. Kind of like you were saying, Dante. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's really happening, but I love it. I really like that. And
Way
Oscar Isaac,
anything that Marvel's ever done.
Yeah,
It's way different.
There's a theory, and I want you to pay as much attention to this as possible. And we're going to round it back out. We'll have this conversation at the end of the season, but there's a theory.
Okay.
There is a theory. And the thing is, like I said, we're seeing, and when I say a totally different iteration of Mark Spector, mainly Steven. And it's the simple fact that Steven is an actual billionaire. He's a billionaire playboy, sort of like Batman. But in this iteration, he's more like a bumbling fool. So there's a reason behind it, I think. And it'll probably be like right now we're seeing the vantage point perception of, you know, Steven. Once we see Mark Spector's perception, then it'll make more sense in the end. And just keep in mind that there's 2 gods that are mentioned that weren't mentioned, that they're missing, that were mentioned we haven't seen yet. So there's a lot that's going to play with this thing, but this figure right now, I'm telling you, if you're a collector, if you're an MCU fan in general, you don't even have to know anything about the show. But there's a reason why you're going to need to get this figure going forward, because he's going to play a prominent role in the MCU going forward. And mark my words when I say it, he will. If you were looking for the MCU's Batman, and I don't like that terminology, and I hate when they use that, but he's the closest rendition that you're going to actually get, and he is fully capable. In the books, and I'm telling you this right now, in the books, the most recent, actually, the iteration was like maybe a couple months back, 6 months ago, as a matter of fact. In the books, he completely demolished the entire Avengers on his own, by himself.
Wow.
By himself. Like, he's that capable by himself. So get this figure. It's important that you get it. Like, literally get it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be almost impossible to pass up, this one. As long as the show doesn't fall flat on its face, but I highly doubt that. But guys, we got a lot of good stuff to get to, and I want to talk about something that was dropped or sort of teased the other day from the company we just talked about just a few minutes ago. So InArt / Queen Studios, we already knew they were making a 6-scale Batman. They teased the head sculpt here, and there's a couple different shots. There's not one that's directly head on from like an eye level, so like they're kind of all looking down a little bit, which is interesting. But this looks really good. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So I'll start with you, brother Cousins, on this one. So how do you feel about this head sculpt, man? Are you liking what you're seeing so far? Do you think it would be enough to get you to sway away from Hot Toys on this one?
Not enough for me to sway away from Hot Toys, but it is phenomenal. It looks good. Is that hair rooted or is it sculpted?
I don't think so. I think it's sculpted. Yeah.
I think that's sculpted.
That looks sculpted,
He looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. It looks great, but I don't know if it's enough to sway me from Hot Toys at this point. I think Hot Toys, we've I think a lot of collectors are now getting to the point where it's like, oh, Hot Toys, what have you done for me lately? It's that type of a thing. But we got to remember, Hot Toys have bought us some real great head sculpts over the years. They have. Now they are kind of backed in art, and Queen Studios are backing them into a corner now where they have to step it up. They have to innovate, which I think we all here on this panel and everybody in the community can agree to that. They definitely have to up. They have to up the ante at this point. But they have given us some great head sculpts. This is phenomenal. But I'm not going to be jumping off this, jumping on this to jumping on Queen Studios just yet. I want to see a finished product. We've seen what they can do with the statues and their 1-to-1s. Absolutely. But 1/6 scale is kind of different. Can you cram all that detail into a 1/6 scale head sculpt and mass produce it? Let's see that. Let's see that done. Once that, I'm pretty sure they can, but I'm not ready to jump from Hot Toys to this just yet. I do think it's good. Am I going to get it? I don't know yet. I'm not going to say I'm not going to get it. I'm just holding back, just holding off to see I just may. I like cool stuff. I like innovation as well. So I'm not going to be, I don't want to, this is being recorded and everything. I don't want to, go back a year from today and be like, well, yep, I sold all my Hot Toys, guys. I'm getting this now, So, which that may just happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
But right at this point, no, I'm happy with a lot of stuff that Hot Toys has provided. I do like this a lot. I think it's good. I think it's more than good. I think it's exceptional, to be quite honest with you. It is. That is homeboy right there. Straight up. It is. That's him. That's Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I think it's great, but I'm waiting to see what Hot Toys do. They're kind of been reactionary as of lately. So I'm guessing that at some point that they will be put. If you look at that new Loki, that classic Loki head sculpt is nothing to sneeze at all. That looks just like Richard Grant. So yeah, we just want, but that's once again, that's a prototype. It's real different when we talk about, finished products and prototypes. So we'll see.
Absolutely. So Dante, man, we don't have a price on this yet. We don't really have too many details. We just have a head sculpt. I don't know if you're planning on getting the Batman from Hot Toys or Queen Studios. What do you think about this head sculpt so far?
I like it. And one thing about Queen Studios is that they nailed the likeness. With the Joker was fantastic. Obviously they took their time. It's a different time now. More, sculpting it got much better. Painters got much better. Is normal course of time. This one looks fantastic. If you see the picture without the paint, that was still really good. Right. So that make you think that these guys are like for real. They're not playing around. They're gonna give us really good quality. The paint up is amazing. You can see here. Obviously, Hot Toys is still number one. So, but this is some serious competition, and competition is good, and options is good for us, right? We want to see options, right? Now, for us who do unboxing and reviews, it's gonna be tough because now you need to get both to do the review and make you guys decide which one you wanna get. I want to explore Queen Studios, to be honest with you. I want to go that route as well. So whatever they're gonna be doing, I'm probably gonna get, just because I was happy with what I saw with the Joker. And again, I'm biased because I like the Joker, right? But this one here, I'm gonna get it 100%. I love the movie, and I went to the movie with, when I saw the trailer, I was sold, but I wasn't 100% confident that this guy's gonna do a good job as Batman, and I think he did. I'll really enjoy the movie. I watched it only once. I'm gonna wait until it's on Blu-ray so I can watch it again. But yeah, this one looks very good.
Yeah, it does. Mike, are you considering this Queen Studios Batman, bro? You got to fill us in. The people are wondering.
So here's what I was thinking the whole time when I saw this. I opted for the 1/3 Batman by Queen Studios, and I know there's a lot of controversy about the base, but I trust that they will maybe offer an optional museum style base, or they'll do something, because they always do. So when I saw this head sculpt, it pretty much looks exactly like their 1/3, just shrunken down to 1/6. And why not? You already have the mold, you have everything else. If you can just kind of change the dimensions, maybe use some PVC-ish type stuff for hair, stay a similar, paint style. I think it's fantastic. So for anyone where 1/3 is, way too huge, or, you just want a really good 1/6, I mean, this blows the Hot Toys away, in my opinion. Now I could be wrong, and Hot Toys may change theirs as well. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would consider this, especially if their price points are similar to the Joker, especially if they offer a 1-pack and it's less. Yeah, you can count me in for this.
Yeah. And I know this is going to be interesting, Leo, because the Hot Toys one is really good. And Hot Toys put out a photo saying we're updating our head sculpt too. So there's going to be some competition on this figure, Leo. But what do you think about this one so far? Do you think maybe you'd consider Queen Studios for this figure, or are you going to stick with Hot Toys, you think?
I think it's better.
You think it's better? Interesting. Okay. So if it's priced relatively closely, you probably get the Queen then?
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Hot Toys, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from them, but like it's been said, like Dante said, the competition is good. It's great. It's great for collectors, it's good for the community, even for these companies, innovation. And I think Queen Studios, bro, say what you will, and I understand that Hot Toys has been in the game for the longest time. I get that. But Queen Studios is showing their hands, bro. They're like, yo, okay, we got something for you. Like and I think this sculpt is hot. Like this thing, bro, is a flawless sculpt to me. You know what I mean? When I look at it, like Mike was saying, shrunken down 6 scale from 1. This is incredible, bro. Like this is an incredible piece. And I already said, like, yo, if Queen Studios decides to do a Catwoman and they do it first, I'm all in. I am all in. That's the thing, and that's the tipping point for me. Because, like I said, if they do that and we get that first, then yeah, this might be where I'm going to actually lean first, bro. You know what I mean? Because it looks interesting, it looks incredible. I mean, the likeness is there, and the hair right off the point, I mean, and it's like I said, it looks like this thing is sculpted, right? This is going to be sculpted hair.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yo, if you can make sculpted hair look this good, bro, like literally, if you look at this versus that, what we got now, mind you, bro. Here's the thing. I'm not taking it away from Hot Toys, but you should have gave us that sculpt in the very beginning. There shouldn't have been one of those things where, okay, you wait now that you hear backlash from individuals talking about the hair. You should have been patient enough to give us that from the very beginning, because the thing is, you actually are on the high. You wear the crown right now for a reason. So we have expectations. So the heavy is the head that wears the crown. Now you're being challenged, and this company comes out and said, first go, this is how we're going to make this thing look. And it looks incredible. In my opinion, my humble opinion. Now, again, there's some people out there who actually ordered that Batman figure from Hot Toys. I'm not taking away from it because, like I said, the tailoring, the ingenuity of that figure is incredible. Diorama base that you actually get it with the deluxe or the regular version, incredible. So don't think you're not getting your money's worth. It's incredible. In my humble opinion, just my opinion. Now, mind you, I'm just saying, again, strongly saying this is my opinion. This, to me, is better. Now I'm just have to see what they're going to do with the actual tailoring. If they do the tailoring right and it's on point, and they release that Catwoman, they got my money. They get my money. Yes, they do. They get my money at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because it's an incredible piece. And I'm looking at this sculpt, bro. When I saw it, and that's why I put it up on my page, I couldn't wait, because I was like, yo, this thing is incredible. And another figure that Mike's getting me, so that makes it even more better, bro. Like, I mean, come on, man. No. And honestly, though, I love this piece, bro. And the thing is, whoever does it first, whoever does it best. It is what it is. And I think right now they're showing it. And on top of that, if the price is competitive, then yes, I'm not a reviewer, so I'll be watching Dante. Most definitely, I'll be watching to see what he does. You know what I mean? And the comparison, because I think the comparison is going to be important. It's important that you see the differences between the two. You know what I mean? And what would actually be, and as a reviewer, you should. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Right now, it's just like, yo, you know what's crazy about this though, is that we see companies now. Hot Toys is going tit for tat, like literally, now we got to release letting people know that the hair is on point. Like the hair is going to be better. Like, and it's forcing them, because honestly, had we not seen this, we'd have probably went ahead with that and be like, all right, cool, it's whatever. Yeah. But now that you see this, you have choices. You really have choices now. And there's and I'm telling you, I'm sorry, they will probably get my money.
Hey, we'll see, man. It's gonna be awesome though, layout, because like I said, we got options, we got competition, and that's where we all win. So you know, if anything, man, I'm super excited. I want to throw one at you guys here that's a little bit different than everything else we're going to talk about tonight. And Lael and I talked a little bit about this before, but there have been some updates.
Who's this one?
So Lael, it's what is interesting. This is Prime 1 in Blitzway.
Oh wow!
So this is the statue. And remember before it looked like ass. This doesn't look like ass anymore to me.
Nah.
I think they did.
It looks good.
I think they corrected this pretty nicely.
Because they heard us.
Yeah, they heard us. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, because they knew they heard us, probably our show. They were like, this looks like ass. This looks terrible. And then now look at this, man. If I got the statue, I'd be pretty happy with how this turned out. Hopefully the final product turns out this good, because we've seen the Joker. I didn't love that.
They really heard us.
Yeah, so
they heard us loud. They heard us loud, muted.
How do you feel, Leo? Like, I know it's it's a statue, so it wouldn't be your first choice. It is $1,399. So it's $1,400.
Yeah.
But what do you think? I mean, do you like how it looks so far?
I'll definitely like how it looks. I mean, it's better. Again, it's not 6 scale, so you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get. I mean, I want that. I want a 6 scale rendition. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for. But for what they've done with it, they did spice up that head sculpt and say, yeah, we got to do better.
And
like,
no gun, Leo. That's kind of the annoying part, which isn't their fault. But
well, I think the gun is there, bro. I just think they can't show it.
They can't show it. Yeah.
I don't think that they can actually just show it. I think the gun is still there. It's just they can't advertise it. You know what I mean? So, and that's what most companies are doing. They just can't really advertise it, which is weird because it's you know what's funny about that, bro? Because you can have a Star Wars, you can have a stormtrooper, you know what I mean, with a blaster, and they'll show it.
Right.
And that's where it doesn't, because the thing is, I don't care if it's science fiction or not, he's still carrying a firearm, a weapon. So but yet we can't see these figures the same way. That's what it just blows my mind. I'm like, wow, like really, y'all doing that? But still, I mean, it looks phenomenal. I'm just, now I want to see what other companies like So does when it comes to it, because they're supposed to be revamping their head sculpt. They're doing better, because right now he look like Grady Wilson. But I just want to see
Grady
Wilson. They do better, bro. If they can make it look better. But I think because imagine, bro, if you were like, you're a Hollywood star making millions of dollars, right? And you give somebody rights to your likeness, a company, or certain companies you don't, but certain companies you do. And you look at that sculpt and it's like, that's supposed to be me? Like, would you, like, literally, if somebody's putting your head, wouldn't you want them to kind of get it closely, it would closely resemble you? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But this right here, all right, so keep it here.
Yeah.
The bottom photo, the bottom portrait, that looks exactly like him, bro.
Yeah.
That looks just like Idris Elba, bro.
And it looks like he has the gun, so I don't know.
Yeah. So he has the gun. I just think that in certain photos they can't really advertise it. But nah, this looks great. It really looks great, man. I won't get it. Because like I said, it's just, how much is it priced for?
$1,400.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get that, because that's, we talking about a couple heads, a couple, look, I can get, for that, I can get 2 6 scale figures, probably a vehicle, plus I can get dialect lessons to learn forbidden language, like straight up.
Dante will give you lessons.
So I can pay for all that with $1,400, bro. Straight up. I'm good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So Mike, I don't know if you saw Suicide Squad. Is this something you're considering? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I saw Suicide Squad and I liked it. But damn, dude, I can't go down that hole. Can I?
No, probably not. You're gonna have way too much, dude. Your wife's gonna kill you and then blame me. So
yeah. And well, no, yeah, she doesn't blame me for that. Only for the podcast. No, dude, this is this is good. This is really good. I've kind of been on a Prime 1 kick recently. I know someone in the chat asked me, but what about the Prime 1 Batman? I actually ended up getting the special art edition, the Jim Lee version, instead of the sculpted one, just because I think Queen Studios did a better job with the sculpt. But yeah, I think this is awesome. I think if I was a big Suicide Squad fan, I'd jump on this. I mean, Prime 1 is just killing it these days. And this updated sculpt of Idris, that's real nice now. So but the thing is interesting about not showing the guns, I didn't think about that, because I was looking on Sideshow at the Grim Knight, and he's just standing there with his 2 fists down by his side, and I'm watching YouTube videos, and he has like loaded with weapons. And I'm like, where are all these weapons? And now that makes total sense. So the fact that they're advertising these P1 statues without guns and stuff is just kind of strange because it looks kind of boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. And yeah, it's funny, like in the one shot showing you just what everything comes with, it's interesting. They have like the two little handguns, so to speak, but it sucks they didn't give him the big gun. You know, because that would have been kind of cool,
Yeah.
but you know, it is what it is. But really, this line is starting to look pretty good together. So
yeah, it is looking pretty good.
Yeah,
it's stay away.
Pretty nice. So yeah, but Dante, how do you feel about this one, man? Like, are you? I know you're not a huge statue guy, but maybe one day I can convince you.
I'm trying, but I actually spoke about this too the other day. I actually like it. I think they nailed the headsculpt. I mean, it's really freaking good job they did on this one.
Yeah.
My only concern, and I'm gonna be the party pooper here. My only concern is that you see what happened with the Joker with the Prime One and Blitzway. That the headsculpt went down a lot in the final production. You know, I hope that they don't screw this up because you know you don't want to pay so much money and get something that is. I mean, to me, if I'm gonna pay something that is above 1,300 or even above 500, but statue wise above 1,300, the likeness has to be at least minimum 96% decline. That's it. No lower than that. It has to be really, really good, right? And what happened with the Joker was unfortunate because I really want to get that one. And it happened to be that it was a, cooperation with Blitzway. So I'm gonna wait until I see the final product to make a judgment. But so far, what I see is fantastic. I mean, the likeness is really good. That xenomorph whatever helmet looks really good. The starfish,
yeah, the starfish.
The base looks good. I mean, the pose is awesome. Obviously it's a museum pose. I like actually this one a lot, and I also like the Peacemaker one. I really like that one as well. The Harley Quinn, she looks good, but not as good as I would have wanted, right? But still not bad. But this guy looks amazing. But right now, that's my only concern. I want to see how the final product goes.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's because you're right with Blitzway and Prime One. It definitely is, a waiting game, wait and see type situation. But Brother Cousins, man, what do you think about this statue, man?
Well, I literally have a love-hate relationship with Blitzway.
I know with that Terminator arm, bro.
I know the Terminator arm, and then you look at stuff like the Ghostbusters, how great they are, and even the Terminator arm is great. It's just the functionality was just, kind of all over the place. But they make some of the most coolest products. They really are. I mean, some time-tested products, but they just always have QC issues. They have QC issues, or like we were talking about with the Joker, it's like you see the pictures, and then when you actually see the final product, it's like, what the hell is that? That Joker scares me, especially for a piece that costs $1,400 to not look like the Thing. That's a complete fail. I'm surprised people didn't riot about that even more than they did, because that was ridiculous. But we're talking about this piece here, I gotta say, this thing looks good. This is a hellified improvement over what they first showed us. I don't know what like Leo said, Grady Wilson. I don't know who the hell that brother that they showed us. That was ridiculous. The man looked old. The man looked like he's been in his 70s. Hell no, that was not Idris. But right here, they nailed it. They nailed it. I mean, and I'm not a big statue guy, but damn, the swappables on this is amazing. I love that they gave him the guns. I love how the outfit looks. I love that you can use a xenomorph helmet. It looks good. And I mean, yes, it does make you want to collect the other two. That Harley Quinn just kills it. I mean, this and the piece. I mean, I think if you had this and Peacemaker, you would be good. That's some good representation of the Suicide Squad. Just those two figures, right? Those two statues right there. So if somebody had like a shelf and had both of them flanked on the side of a bookshelf or something, looks great. That looks good. But the Harley Quinn, I don't know how they took an iconic character like that and just it doesn't. Whoever the model, whoever they use, whoever sculpted, she's beautiful, but that's not Margot Robbie at all.
I agree. Hope they update that one too.
They really need to. And it would be nice if that one got this treatment right here. But this right here, this is an excellent piece. It looks damn good. Damn good for anybody. It's not for me. I tap out on on these pieces. This is where I tap out on. But yeah, it does look. It looks great. It's a phenomenal piece. I just hope that's once it comes to final product, that's what we get.
Yeah, I agree, man. So, guys, we got one more piece of news to touch on real quick, and of course, it's Classic Loki, because Loki is one that I think everyone just assumes that I'm going to buy no matter which Loki it is. And this looks really, really good. No doubt about it. I think for me now, though, it's going to be a pass. I do really like it. It's just, I don't feel like I necessarily need it in my collection, despite how good it looks, because the head sculpt is a 10. I mean, that thing is perfect. It looks just like Richard Grant. It's dead on. You get Croaky, Alligator Loki with him, so that's pretty cool. It's very creepy head sculpt, which is kind of the point, I guess. But even the stern kind of standard head sculpt looks good too. And the costume is meant to be kind of campy and hokey, right? It's kind of the point. But I want to get Mike to address this one first. Mike, this Classic Loki, man. I don't know how you felt about the Loki show. I really liked it overall. I had some issues with it here and there, but did you like the show? And is this a figure you pick up?
So, Will, I thought before the show started, you said you're going to pre-order this one.
No, just absolutely not, bro. Just the Loki statue, which I might maybe because Dante said he was going to get me one, so I'll end up with two.
Oh, man, we're just very generous here tonight. I think everybody on this panel.
Everyone's just very giving. It's my birthday tomorrow, so
can I snitch on somebody real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You remember when Tony Stark walked into the on the first Avengers film? He walked in and he snitched on that dude that was playing Gallagher.
Yeah,
Brother Cousins is watching WrestleMania.
Is it on tonight? I didn't know it was on tonight.
You know why I snitched on him? You know why I snitched on him? Because I'm watching that shit right now.
Dude, I don't care as long as I answer the questions. Y'all can watch WrestleMania. I don't care.
Leo, I can.
You can multitask. I do. Bro. Hey, as long as you talk about this Classic Loki, bro, I am good. So,
are you?
Let me know who wins.
For real, brother cousin?
I am.
No, it's totally fine, bro. That's multitasking.
Okay. So I have a TV right above.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Do you have a TV right above? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's right.
See, the thing is, I have it at eye level, so I'm,
do you?
It looks like I'm looking at the screen.
There's probably some crazy shit going on off screen. Right? Y'all are just like, yeah, all right.
I just decided to snitch on him so that I don't make myself.
Nah, bro, I don't want it. Doesn't care. Doesn't affect me. But Mike, are you watching WrestleMania? Are you gonna get this Loki?
No, I'm not watching WrestleMania, although I've seen a lot of people watching it. But yeah, man, I like Loki. I liked it a lot. I know some people had some issues with it, but I enjoyed especially the Classic Loki. I think I will get this one. I'm really happy that they put two head sculpts in, kind of like the smiley and then kind of the stern. And I think you do get a decent amount with the crocodile Loki or whatever. And I do like. I mean, they nailed this. So I think So made a version of this, right?
Yeah, they did
already. Yeah. And that looked pretty good too. But this is looking pretty good. I'm sure this will enter my collection, and I'm sure it'll enter yours too. And if not, I'll send you mine, and then Lael another.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Dante, man, what do you think about this Classic Loki? Is this? Oh, he disappeared. Oh, there he is.
No, I was sneezing.
Oh, okay. Remember, Dante, I was on your show that one time and I sneezed and then I muted like just 1 second after. I was like, Shoo.
Yeah,
exactly. So, what do you think about this Classic Loki, man?
So I'm very happy with this one. And So Toys, when they announced theirs, Hot Toys did the teaser, right? They teased us this figure, and now when you see the final product, you can see that they put effort in it. I mean, you can see the handle, which is actually like a faceplate. You can switch it with the other one. That's a good thing, and not like Hot Toys is afraid, because they're not afraid of any other company coming in, because they're still the number one. But they need to, they put in some pressure to deliver. Because if they do something that is off, people are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And the 1/6 scale community is the toughest. in my opinion. It's like the toughest. We're gonna criticize everything comes our way, right? And it's normal because we're spending money, right? Same with statues, same with everything. You spend a lot of money. This one here looks fantastic. I mean, this expression looks great. The one smiling looks fantastic. How they did the teeth, that's how they would have done other figures in the past, like the Ant-Man, for example. They took their time to nail this, and this is how they supposed to do things moving forward. I think with Soso Toys, doing figures that they thought Hot Toys would not do, seeing Queen Studios doing the Joker, doing Batman, Hot Toys need to get the shit together, do the best they can, give us more options, improve the bases, improve the head sculpts, give us more accessories. Even if you need to up the price just a little bit, but give us something different, something new, collectors are going to be very happy to get it, But again, all comes with options. I'm very happy with everything this figure comes with, especially the alligator and also Thor in the little yar. Looks really good. The weathering is very good on this one. Wire cape, few hands, head sculpt is amazing. I mean, even if you get this figure just to have it by itself, you can't go wrong with this one at all. So yeah, this is another one that I'm gonna get with the Soso Toys as well, because I want to compare. I want to see the two of them together and see which one is better. So definitely getting this one. Liked it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Lael, what do you think, man, about Classic Loki? Is this going to be a must pick up for you, or what do you think?
Hold on.
Is somebody getting tossed out of the ring right now?
Yeah, I'm actually just watching what's his name from Jackass getting his ass whooped.
Who's in the ring from Jackass?
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville's
Johnny
out
Knoxville.
there? What the hell?
Yeah, he's fighting. It's funny.
Crazy.
Anyway, no, I'm just playing. So I remember we talked about this the other day, right?
Yeah.
And the hype was real. We were like, what Hot Toys said, so hold my beer.
Yeah. I
look back and I looked at the figure. I looked at both of them. I just pulled them both up. And I think that even though Hot Toys made this figure and it's incredible, don't get me wrong. I still think that, Soso Toys still has a place as well. You know what I mean? And for the price point, that still is competition. So I don't think that, again, Hot Toys did this, but I think that the biggest mistake that they made is they still waited entirely too long to release it. There's already pre-orders out there for this classic suit Loki with Soso Toys. And I think people are going to still stand on that. They're not canceling that, bro. Especially with the price point. They're like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Is there a place for this? Yeah, still. I mean, and the head sculpt is on point. It's decent. It looks creepy as shit, though, sometimes.
It does.
It really does, especially the smiling one. But everything that comes with it, still decent. I mean, I'm all right with it. But am I going to get it? I don't know. It's just, I'm not. It's not a day one pre-order or nothing like that. Because I mean, of course, we don't pre-order anymore. But I mean, it still looks good. I mean, I like the weathered cape. I like everything that we actually see there in that regards. But still, am I going to get it? I don't know. I got to wait and see. You know what I mean? I like that we get Throg with it. I like we get the Loki Gator. The only thing that kind of pisses me off, bro, if you look at these photos, okay, you see here, okay, right there, you see the throne, right?
Yeah.
And keep going. You see basically the diorama would be perceived as if it would come with the diorama base, because that base looks incredible, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No.
It just comes with that stand, the regular base that it would come with. So my thing is like, why would you advertise that, right? Like, why would you do that and then just give us that base? Because it looks better, with the diorama base than it would with what we're getting. Like, why do you keep doing that? Like, that's the thing. And it's like, come on, innovation right now, evolve, because we know you can. We know that you can. We know you can give us these bases, but it's just like you choose to only give us certain things. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably end up, but I think it's like everybody else says. Now, we'll say this right off the back, though. It's not going to be. It's not going to be one of those things that's going to fly off the shelf. It's not. Yeah. It will not. It's going to sit for a little bit.
Oh,
I believe it will.
Yeah.
It probably, and I wouldn't be surprised if it comes off like another Stan Lee. Seriously.
And that might be enough incentive for me to pick it up, maybe if it gets like that. Yeah.
You know what I have? I have a feeling about this figure. It's gonna be one Pennywise type of thing. You know, I think again, this is just my perception, right? This is a really good figure. I mean, the way I see the character and the figure is different. It looks simple, but at the same time looks really good, right? And these are the ones that obviously Hot Toys would not do Iron Man quantities, so you don't expect to see hundreds of thousands of figures of this. This is going to be a limited run. It's going to be a small batch, and probably it's going to sit on the shelves for a few weeks, maybe a couple months, and then like Pennywise, right? You know, came, you know, people liked it, boom, sold, right? Waitlisted now, I think. So I think this could be one of those, right? But again, we need to wait until we see the final product, because you know, if there's any discrepancies or any flaws, obviously we're gonna notice it. So, but so far, I think this one could be that one, you know, that type of Pennywise or Alita type of thing, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right, Dante, for sure. So, brother Cousins, how do you feel about this classic Loki, man?
I kind of agree with Dante on this one. I think that this is going to be a grail. And the reason why I think it's going to come out around, I think it drops when a bunch of other things drop. And I think everybody's going to be so wrapped up into cooler figures and all that other stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's a guy in a in a hokey outfit. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, but I kind of like this stuff. Like I think I said this last night on Anthony's stream. It kind of reminds me of like the 1960s Batman figures. It has that campy feel to it.
Right.
I don't know why. I just like it. I mean, it just looks like just a bloke in a costume. It's not. It's and that's essentially what it is. But I think a lot of people are going to pass on it, and I do think it's going to sit. And I agree with Leo on that. I do think it's going to sit, but it's going to be one of those things that's going to be a sleeper. It's going to sit and it's going to be around. It's going to be around. And then one day it's going to be gone, because we've seen that with a lot of figures, a lot of great figures that we consider grails today, or, you know, if we just want to call it chase figures or whatever, they were figures that sat. They sat. Anakin sat. You know what I'm saying? Many other figures sat. And I think that's what this is. This is something that is going to sit for a minute, because it's going to be around where a bunch of other cool stuff is out. And people are going to be like, they're going to be excited for it. They're like, yeah, that head sculpt looks cool, looks good. Yeah. But I'll get this. And next thing you know, they're going to sleep on it. And next thing you know, it's going to be hard to get. It's going to be one of these figures that's going to be, you know, it's going to be a bit, at the least, it's going to be a chase figure. That's what I see happening with this. Definitely, especially as they round out that whole Loki line. If they do that, I mean, they already have about, 4 figures from that line, including this one. So I think it's going to be one. I think it's going to be one that you don't want to miss. But with that being said, the strength of this figure rests on that head sculpt, and that head sculpt better be match for match what we're seeing. Like I said before, and I've said this on plenty of streams, it cannot be any more questionable head sculpts from Hot Toys at this moment, with Queen Studios coming with the heat that they coming with. It can't be anymore. So if this is soft, even if it's a little soft, and I'm talking about soft like Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. If it's soft like that, which it's soft, but it's still a great ass sculpt. But if even like that, that is going to make or break this figure. But if we get this quality in really, I think it's going to be something special. But yes, I expect for people to pass on it a little bit, or just to, you know, not pay any attention to it until it's gone.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely fair, man. I think it could definitely sit on the shelves for a little while. I think you guys are all right. Just a matter of whether it becomes a grail in the aftermarket. That's the interesting part. But we got it. Oh, so Leo, you're muted.
The only problem with that, though, it'd be different. It would basically, and I would agree with that sentiment slightly, but the problem with it is a simple fact that So is releasing the same figure and it's sooner. You know what I mean? Like they're releasing it earlier than what we're going to get this, and people are going to buy that figure. That's not taken away from Hot Toys, because people will still buy this figure. I just think it's going to occupy a bit more time before it flies off and becomes a grail. That's the only problem, because if So would not release this figure, then yeah, I would agree and say, yeah, it because of a low end quantity on this, yes, which is still going to complement it, but it's just going to take a little bit more time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a great point.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a super
it's
chat.
A good point. It's a good point.
Oh, sorry, Donna, did you have something to say?
Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. But the advantage that I see with Hot Toys is that, since they're licensed, they can do something to shut the other company down as well. They just boom, buy Sosa Toys. So that's the I think that's the advantage Hot Toys does. And also, what if? And again, this happened with Spider-Gwen, right? That it was released like 6-7 months prior to their time. They can do the same thing just to kind of like get the advantage over Sosa Toys. But again, it's a speculation. At the end of the day, I agree. It could be, it could not. It's just simple as how the final product looks. But I still believe that Hot Toys still has the edge over third-party companies because, they're licensed, right?
Right. Yeah. I get what you mean. You got the inside track. And Anthony said, can we briefly talk about Queen Studios reopening the Joker after this 3-day order window? Thoughts? Making us think Rooted was ultra rare, kind of scummy IMO. Queen Studios wants our support and trust. That isn't helping. Yeah, and Anthony, I messaged you. We did talk about this in the very beginning of the show. But I will say, I think if I'm understanding the panel correctly, I think we're all in agreement. We just don't really mind.
I don't think it's, again, I don't think it's a scum move, man. I don't. I really don't. I'm not. Here's the thing for me. I'm just not looking for, bro. It's just like any other company, man. I'm not looking for a reason to bag on a company right now, bro. I'm not looking for it because the thing is, it's like I think for any I mean, it's now we have more choices. I don't think it's coming. I don't think there was any bad intent. I just think the simple fact that their tactic didn't work. You know what I mean? They thought that it would work and they could pull it off. Being the simple fact that it was a company that was releasing their first 6-scale figure. But I don't think that there's wrong. I mean, Sideshow did the same shit within the same year, and it failed.
With Grievous, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that with Grievous?
Oh, man. So I really don't. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't want to bag on them, man, because the thing is, at the end of the day, we're all getting a figure, and everybody who didn't get a chance to get it, they're still going to get it. You know what I mean? So I just think it's more of a chance to do it, and I think everybody be satisfied in the end. You know what I mean? So I mean. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping like, I'm pretty sure all of us on this panel is hoping that they do fulfill because what did they say? What was it? Like, what was it? December
Q4,
or something like that?
Q4, yes.
Hopefully, yeah. And John said probably not, but best case scenario, end of the year, yeah.
But you know what? Hey, that for them to even say that is daring. Like, you know what I mean? Look, we're expected to do something. If they do it and they pull it off, you know what I mean? Especially for the end of the year. Oh man, that's going to be a conversation. That
Christmas, imagine
Christmas,
right?
That's
Christmas Joker 2-pack
conversation, bro. Like,
let it fly.
Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers gonna be like, "What? Y'all really? They're really doing this for real?" So I don't know. It'd be interesting, man. Interesting to see.
Plus, I mean, I don't think it's scammy at all because we mentioned this earlier. Will, like, it's not like they put a number behind the figure, right? There's not like a limited edition type of thing. Like you're gonna get only 1,000. If they would have done that, then it would be. I agree. It's kind of like a kind of like a fucked up move to do that, right?
Right.
But if they do like what they did, okay, the 3-day window didn't work, then F it, let's do it all. Let's just extend it. I mean, in reality, it plays in their favor, right? They can fulfill more orders. If you were thinking about getting it and you want to get more information based on different like previews and stuff like that all of us did in our channel, so that's even better for you. So you are now going with a better mindset and to make the better decision. So I think it's okay. I mean, I agree with Lila. I don't really care if they extend it another day or two. I mean, doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, I agree, man. And overall, I just think it's to me it's not a huge deal, but I can understand that's why the reason I brought up the topic, because I think there are going to be people out there like Anthony that do have a problem with it. I think there are going to be people that bought it because they felt it was exclusive and they needed to jump on it more quickly, and now that it's kind of not exclusive, they might feel a little ripped off. But to me,
you know what, the one thing I can say is I'm glad I jumped on it because the price was exclusive from me.
Yeah, that's true. You did get lucky there.
So I did get an exclusive price. Yeah. So I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool with that.
Victor had asked, "Do we get that's true confirmation?" Yes, all the sellers confirmed it. That it reopened. So and Anthony had said, "Why did they say 3-day only? Now they make more badges." I feel a little deceived by the exclusivity, trying to keep it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that only matters if exclusivity was an important consideration for you to get it. You
but
know,
that's what I'm saying. We've talked about it. There's no such thing as exclusivity in 6-scale collecting anymore. There isn't.
No, not in 6-scale.
So we can't really go into that aspect thinking that there's going to be any type of exclusivity, and that it's not anymore. It's not. The thing is, it's not the days it used to be, and that's the thing is, it's like we have to also be susceptible to change. We have to, because that's just the way it is. Change is happening. We don't have these exclusive figures like we had before, and then we probably won't see those days again. We may not. You know what I mean? And if we do, it's going to be a long time coming. So I don't really go to, and the thing is, I've never really looked at it. I'm probably the only person that doesn't even know what exclusive means anymore, bro.
Right.
Like literally, because I don't think that I have anything that's exclusive. The only thing that I probably have exclusive right now in my collection is Jen Erso, because I know for a fact we may not get her again unless they decide to release her show, or if we see even if we see her, say for instance, if she shows up in Indoor. If we basically see her there, like I don't care if they re-release or they release. I just know I got mine. You know what I mean? So I'm cool. So I probably just don't look at it this way. So I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, Luminar in the chat. Thanks so much for the super chat. Luminar said, "Happy early birthday, Will." Thank you.
Don't you got 10 minutes left for the show? Don't you got to be out by 9:30, Will?
No, bro. Dante does.
Oh, Dante's
not me. Yeah. Dante's got to get the kids pizza, so kind of an important consideration. But
And
Luminar, thank you so much. Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm muted, because my stomach is like.
Oh, really? You're starving too?
I haven't eaten like since like 1 o'clock.
Really? Okay.
So,
yeah.
Hey, Dante, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does your stomach growl in Spanish?
Yeah, it does, bro.
Wait, you don't want to hear my stomach in Spanish.
Like, does it
pull
talk
up the
to you in
mic
Spanish,
close
bro?
to it?
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it probably does, Leo. It probably does.
Yeah.
But I got another topic for us, a couple more, but I know Dante's got to run soon. But I want to ask you guys something. There are a lot of figures coming soon, right? Even if a figure is not coming soon, I'm just wondering what 3 figures you guys are most anticipating. This could be things that are currently on pre-order that are slated for next year, for this year, next month, whatever, right? We're going to go with 6-scale exclusively. We're not going to go with statues here. We're going to go with 6-scale figures, asking you kind of what 3 figures you're most anticipating for release. So we can just take a look at those real quick and kind of go around the panel. Yeah.
This year?
Yeah. No, it could be next year too. So say, for example, it's like Moon Knight. You could say Moon Knight if you wanted. Because that's, as long as like it's a pretty much on pre-order a tease or something like that, then I think we're good. But I'll start with Dante, because I know you have to run soon, Dante. Are the 3 figures you can come over the top of your head that you're just really anticipating?
Brother Cousins. Sasha Banks is on, brother. Sasha Banks is on, brother.
C-3PO?
C-3PO. Mace Windu.
Mace Windu and Bell Organa.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ones that I'm really hoping to get like soon is Cable. No, that's number 1.
Oh, okay.
Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And what's the other one that I wanted to get? And the Joker from Queen Studios. Those are the 3 I want to get. I'm just want to see how that Fana Prog is gonna look like what type of body they're gonna use, the material. If you get rooted hair, do you need to get some type of maintenance kit to keep the hair in shape? I mean, again, I'm ignorant in terms of rooted hair, so I don't know, but that could be a thing that you need to think about, especially if you're gonna spend $350 or more. But anyway, Cable, one of them, 100%. This is fantastic, man. I just can't wait for this guy.
It's so nice, man. I kind of am upset that I didn't get the exclusive. Yeah, because that shield is pretty cool. But dude, that head sculpt is so good. I hope that sculpt comes out that good.
It won't.
I hope.
And you know what?
It'll probably come out better. You never know.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
And this is where I always agree with Fabio, because he usually gets multiples of figures, and I think this one will be perfect to get 2 figures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you can have it one without the t-shirt, or without the shirt rather, and then one like this. 2 looks, that would be amazing, man.
Yeah, for sure. So Leo, what 3 figures, man? I know Fennec's got to be one of them.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. What are your other 2? What are your 3 figures?
So I would say Fennec, definitely the Mandalorian Ahsoka.
Okay.
I cannot wait to get that Rosario Dawson Ahsoka. That's just going to be phenomenal. So that's high up on my list. I want to go beyond, because I know everybody's probably going to be saying Miles into the Spider-Verse. I want to go beyond that, because like I said, I mean, that it, you know, whenever it basically releases, it's going to release. I'm going to stick to Star Wars because that's just where I'm at right now. So I'd say Finnick. I definitely say Ahsoka. And come on, for the love of God, please give me my Jango Fett. Please.
Oh yeah,
Jango.
Yeah.
Give me my Django. Give me my Django
Definitely.
Fett, and I'm good, and I'm straight up good. There's so many out there, bro. I mean, we know we got the Bo-Katans, we got so many out there, but bro, those are the 3 most anticipated for me right now. Look at this, bro. Look at this, bro. Like, Mike, come on, man. Tell me, I know you're getting Finnick, bro.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Finnick, bro.
I want to see if I can find that Ahsoka too.
Oh, there she is.
There
right
we go.
there.
is.
And that
Popped
deluxe
right up.
version, that's the one I got, and I cannot wait. Because here's the thing, bro. And we talked about this earlier on. Even when they first released it, because I know they were, you know, talks about the head sculpt. They were like, man, it doesn't look. I'm glad that the head sculpt looks the way it is right now because it gives them time to improve it. You know what I mean? If it had looked like Rosario right off the top, I'd have been pissed. You know, seriously, because I was like, damn, I would expect it to be that way when I get it. But this thing, you know, come on, this is clearly the superior Ahsoka between the two. It is. It's clearly the superior version of it. The tailoring, everything from this. I'm so tempted to get 2, but I only have 1 right now on pre-order. Or not even pre-order. It's paid off. Everything is completely paid off on this figure. But man, like, yeah, bro, this is I'm definitely all in for this one, brother. I'm definitely all in, man. I can't wait to get this. That Finnick's going to be incredible. And come on, man, they needs it. And here's the thing, I think they're even going to improve on the Jango head sculpt. I think they are, because the thing is, if you think about it right now, we got that Jango head sculpt, and we saw that head sculpt before we saw the Tamora Morrison Boba Fett version.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you see how good that looks, it's only going to be, you know, even better for them to get that head sculpt better. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it, man. Come on, give me Jango and let's rock like all day.
Yeah. Yeah. And before I get to the next panelist, I know Dante, you got to run, man. So I want to say thanks so much for joining. Is there anything you want to promote before you go?
Well, first of all, thank you for the invite. Nice to see everyone here on the panel and you guys on the chat. It's been a fun night. So we're gonna have a show on Tuesday for the Between Collectors show, and then Friday night as well. And then if you're a member of the channel, we have live streams on Sundays around 12 p.m. So, you know, if you want to become a member of the channel, you know, check it out. And if we get any reviews or anything, you know, you'll see it. I actually put the review of Darth Maul yesterday, and I was not too happy about it, but you'll see. You know, I was trying to be as fair as possible with everything I saw, but you know, it was difficult. So just check it out if you want to see my 2 cents on that one, and that's it, man. Thank you for the invite. Thank you guys, and see you next time.
Yeah, Dante. Well, enjoy that pizza, man.
Right,
Thanks for
later,
joining.
bro.
I'll be on Dante's
man.
on Tuesday. I'll be there Tuesday.
See you later,
Yes,
bro.
yes. Thank you, guys.
All right. See you, Dante.
All right, peace.
Awesome.
All right. So, and then there were 4. We're down to the final 4, baby. All right. So, brother cousins, what 3 figures, man, are you thinking about here?
Oh man, I mean, y'all said them, man. I have to do 5 because these are like my top 5. My top 5 that I want so bad. Cable, I want Cable like now. Seriously, I want Cable. I want Cable bad. I actually wrote them down because I want Cable. I'm hoping we get Cable tonight, man. Please, man, come on,
Dude. If he drops tonight, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Sweet.
It was like Leo when he was talking about Classic Loki, and it dropped like that night.
That was crazy.
We got to speak it into existence.
It's like they did it despite Leo. Like, we're gonna prove this motherfucker.
I know, right? Some bitches.
So Cable, absolutely. Bo-Katan. I know.
Ooh, okay.
I love Katie Sackhoff. That's my.
Me too, man.
Don't tell my wife, but that's my boo thing. Yeah. They need. You know, with the fixed sculpt, I want them to fix that sculpt. But yeah, man, I need that Bo-Katan. InArt Joker, just because of all the hoopla about it. And I mean, come on, man. The damn thing has metal gun, die-cast gun accessories, and you actually have to put bullets in the magazines, which are going to be ridiculous. That's going to be crazy. Right. Completely shenanigans. Wow, that's clown shoes. It's crazy. Finnick, absolutely. And of course, Ahsoka. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are some really good choices. Mike, what about you, man? We're just sticking to Hot Toys or 6 scale. We can count Queen Studios, Hot Toys. What do you think? What are the top 3 you're anticipating?
Yeah, I'm trying not to pick anything that was already picked, but my top 3, I mean, the Ahsoka, the Luke, really the Luke, the Hoth Luke is what I'm looking forward to the most. But I'm looking through my PO list, and I grabbed a couple. The Infinity Ultron, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Kind of like a sleeper
Leo, I
piece,
know, is
maybe.
loving that one.
Yeah. So that's one. The Bad Batch, Echo and Hunter. I guess that you can consider that maybe one.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to those and seeing how they're going to do the weathering.
Soon.
Yeah. I hope they complete that line. And then the Anakin on STAP, which should be dropping. Yeah, who knows when, but sooner than later.
Yeah.
So I'll go with those 3.
Okay, those are some really good ones, man. And
Absolutely.
if it were me, if I were asking myself this question, Endgame Loki is number 1. Endgame Loki, bro. But then I think I said before, I think the other 2, honestly, are probably. I'm gonna throw Shang-Chi in there. Because I really want him and Wenwu. So maybe I'll be like Mike and just say Shang-Chi and Wenwu, or Shang-Chi. Yep. But if I had a third one, honestly, I think it's probably that Game Toys Cloud from Advent Children. I really want that third-party figure. I'm really excited for that. But so, and Leo, I know you have to run, man. So thanks for hanging out, man, for the time you were able to be here. Is there anything you want to promote before you go, man?
I want to promote. First of all, I want to say thanks for having me on the show. Definitely, it's been I love being here, man. Like it's really cool. Now that time changed as well, it's even better. Seriously. So I love it. We have comic book talk with friends tomorrow night. Definitely, we'll be talking about the Moon Knight first episode full spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen it, don't bring your ass on there tomorrow night. You might want to stay away from it. And you might want to tune in because I will talk to you about the theory that we have here. So tune in on that one. On Wednesday, we're going to actually have Say What. Definitely. Now, everybody out there, like I said, I mean, it's up to you guys. Send in them super chats if you want Will to do a segment because I got to pay this dude to do it. Like
it's true, bro.
Like he costs too much money, man.
Bro.
Like straight
10%.
up, bro. Like y'all think he's free and them segments is free. I pay for seriously, I pay for time slots. I pay for every word that's mentioned. You know what I mean? Even if it's funny, that's extra. So come on, man. Like
extra 20%, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. Like so, we'll see. Anyway, so definitely that. We'll have brother cousins on there. Yeah, I'm bullying your ass to jump on that one. Definitely. Mike, man, when you coming back, bro?
Dude, just let me know. Let me know.
So Mike will be on Wednesday as well. So
there you go.
Stay tuned for that.
That's fine.
Tell the wife ahead of time, Mike. Tell her.
Exactly. Tell her ahead of time. Mike's going to be on because we're going to talk about Mike's channel and we're going to talk about Mike's YouTube channel. Definitely on there. So definitely want to promote that, man. Thank you for. I even thanks for just being a member of the group because it just the energy, you can just feel it so far. Like this is stuff that you release on there is incredible, bro. So I love the simple fact that I'm a part of it. I'm going to continue to promote it. And Thursday, we're going to have Uncivilized Scoundrels where we talk about anything and everything Star Wars. On Friday, of course, it's going to be Figure Flex Friday. We're going to actually dive in and we're going to tell you about Flex Wars. So there's going to be Flex Wars up until May 4th. May 4th is a cutoff, and then we're going to make the announcement on May 6th of who's the winner of Flex Wars because there's going to be a giveaway, dope giveaway too. So stay tuned for that. And back here for Collectors Lounge next Sunday, we'll be talking, to international individuals, and we just have an all-out talk. It's going to be fun. And then back here for Will, you know what I mean? Back here for Will's channel, and Will's going to give us dating advice next week, so just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, bro, I'm full of good advice.
We're going to get some
and it's working.
some dating advice and stuff like that.
And
kind of a
professional.
And I gotta pay brother cousins because I'm thinking about changing up my logo too, man. So I gotta pay brother cousins to do me some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get some money to do that, bro, because I need a new logo. I've had the same damn logo in the very beginning too, man. And I need to spice it up a bit because mine looks like I painted it with Crayola crayons right now, bro. Straight up. We gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out.
Absolutely.
So definitely, man. But anyway, man, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the positive community. The chat, the discussion tonight was dope as hell, as it always is. And Will, thanks for just creating this atmosphere, bro. Like
Yeah,
these talks on Sunday nights, bro. It's just like it always gets you ready for Monday. You know what I mean? Like it's like
leads you into the week, dude.
yeah, it leads you
Right
into the
here.
week, man. So I just love it. I just love the energy here, man. Love everybody out in the chat. Let's keep it positive. Love everybody on this. These are my brothers. I love them to death. I die for these cats. So definitely, man, let's keep it going. And I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, man.
All
All right, man.
All
We'll
right,
see you
peace,
next
man.
time.
Peace out.
Peace.
See you, man.
All right. And then number 3. We're down to 3, boys. 3 musketeers. Let's do this. All right. So I got maybe 1 or 2 more topics for you guys here tonight, because I'm wondering what we do. What do you guys do when you see blogger pics, right? You see those blogger pics, you're like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about those, right? And you have a pre-order, or maybe you were thinking about getting the figure, but hey, you're not thrilled with what you see with the blogger pics. How do you react? I'll start with you, brother Cousins, on this one. Do you kind of start to panic if you see those? Do you wait for reviews? Do you just keep your pre-order and get it in hand? How do you normally approach like that initial blogger pic outrage that people have when things don't look the way they want, right?
I think the only time I was kind of like upset about a blogger pic was, and it wasn't a Hot Toys figure, it was a Blitzway figure. It was the Blitzway Bill and Ted. When I saw they did a close-up shot on Ted, and I'm like, that's not Keanu Reeves. I don't know who that is. Right. And I was like, oh my God, I pre-ordered this like 2 years ago. Oh my God, what is going on? I was like, I don't think I like this. And then I saw Bill, Alex Winter, and I was like, okay, he looks good. He kind of saves the pack, but I'm like, damn, I don't know. I was like, and I struggled with it. And then I went looking for like you said, I went looking for like reviews and stuff like that. And there wasn't that many reviews. So I'm like, shit. I think I found one reviewer, I Am Toys, which he's great YouTuber, great one.
Yeah.
Wish we got to do something with him. We got to bring him into the community. So
I know, bro. We really do.
He's awesome. He's been doing it for a while, and he did one, and I saw his, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, so they're not as bad. I was like, but then in his review, I saw other things that I didn't like, and I was like, the fact that they were kind of the same height, and I'm like, okay, in real life, Keanu Reeves towers over Alex Winter, so I'm like, that's not accurate. But I'm like, damn, they still look good. I still want them, but. Damn, that head sculpt, the Keanu Reeves head sculpt could have been better. So that was like one of the only times that was like looking at the blogger photos, I was like, yeesh. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit of like what you said, thing of actually going in and waiting to look at the reviews, because sometimes with the blogger photos, the light can be off, the angles can be off. There's been some photography is, some of them do a real good. I think what's his name, KG, I forget his name. GB,
I know who you're talking about.
BG Toy,
BG Toy Art.
Yes, he does phenomenal.
Retired though? Did he retire?
I think they did, because I haven't seen anything from him lately.
I don't know who does it now.
His stuff is usually spot on, but some of the other guys, they do good on some photos, but then you see them some photos, you're like, oh, that doesn't look like that doesn't look like the thing. What the hell?
This Tony Stank, for example.
Exactly. Yeah, when it came to Tony Stank, I'm a weirdo, because when I saw it, I kind of wanted something different from the Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. And my mind went to, he's a little thin, but then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? He was a little bit emaciated when he was on that ship with Nebula. So maybe they were playing off that, but I was like, okay, I can still see Robert Downey in it. I can see where it's not exactly what we were sold, but hey, I'm on board for it. But then when all the reaction happened, I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, I mean, for me, it's a thing I have to look at. I don't let the blogger. I'm not so reactionary to I can see some of the times where it's like, that's not that good, but let me wait and see what happens. Let me wait for a review and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mike, how do you approach this, man? When you see the blogger pics and you're just not exactly thrilled with what you're seeing, do you start to panic? Like, what do you do?
No, I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter, because at this point I've waited so long, at least with Hot Toys, that if I want, I can get my NRD back, because you're way over the due date. But also I don't necessarily trust the blogger pics. I mean, we remember the whole like or even leaks in that case. Like, I feel like it's less with blogger picks and more with like when the instructions leaked for the Ahsoka, which just came out, and everyone was freaking out and the eyes look weird, and now everyone loves that Ahsoka, and you know, everyone's praising it. I think for people who are getting them Hong Kong resellers, you know, it might be a little bit more disturbing because you need to act pretty quickly because you're going to get it in a day or two. But you know, so for anyone that does that, you're kind of taking a little bit more of a risk. But you know, for the majority of us who probably go to, you know, US based sellers, and you're waiting an extra 2, 3, 4 months anyway. Like I totally missed the Tony Stank because I waited so long. I got the regular one. I think someone else made that comment in the chat. But I just don't trust, you know, a lot of the blogger picks, and you know, even some people's reviews where, you know, they're looking at it or even they're looking at just pictures, static photos. You know, and everyone has a different taste anyway, so when you get these in hand, you know, like what Brother Cousin was saying, like he liked this Tony Stank, he thought it was pretty cool, and I could see that too when he's on the ship and he's dying and, you know, he's really skinny and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, some people think that's cool, and then, you know, but then you get the uproar of the community, and then everyone kind of falls in line with, you know, the general decision that we're making. So I think just kind of chill, and you know, what's the worst case? You may lose 25, 30 bucks. But in this, at the rate we're going, you're not gonna lose anything. So give it a chance.
Yeah. And I tend to be the same way as you guys. Sometimes I will panic though. Like if there's a little bit of a, like if it's a figure I really wanted, for example, and the blogger picks come out and I'm like, like if say they released the Endgame Loki and it drops like tomorrow or something, and the blogger picks, I'm like, damn man, y'all really fucked this one up. Like that's where I'll start to be like, hey, I'm probably not canceling it because it's Loki unless it's just atrocious. But other than that, like, you know, it's always good to wait to see reviews and see how you feel. Sometimes though you will get it in hand and you'll still be like, man, I probably should have listened to those blogger picks. They, you know, like, you know, sometimes it's the opposite though, where you get it and you're like, oh, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be in hand. And, you know, and that happens too. But man, so for example, the Prime 1 Joker we talked about, like those pictures were not flattering that came out. So, you know, so that's one example in the statue form where you can see like, oh, maybe I'm gonna start to panic just a little bit.
Again, another Blitzway project.
Blitzway, bro. You know, Brother Cousins, you know on this one, bro. But I gotta hit Carlos super chat real quick. Carlos said those Ahsoka eyes look better in the manual. He's talking about the Hot
Come
Toys.
on.
Yeah, he doesn't like that Ahsoka figure. I don't think it's okay. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it, but the Rosario one is going to be better.
Absolutely. That's the one.
So yeah, I think it's going to be better. But guys, I think we're going to wrap it there just because we're going to keep it nice and short and sweet tonight. So what I want to do real quick is just go to you guys real quick and just see what you have coming up on the channel. So Mike, I know you got a new channel, Collectors Enabled. Tell people about it, man. I'll pull it up on YouTube real quick if I can.
Cool. Yeah, it's totally empty right now, and we have our we have everything kind of set up, and I'm going to be hosting a show with John Hensley, who's he runs Off the Racks, and he's a reseller for, you know, 1/6, 1/3 Prime 1, bunch of stuff. Really cool guy. And you know, we're gonna do, there it is. Nothing's there yet, but
soon though.
But we're waiting for subscribers, and there's a link on our Facebook page, which is still about a week or two old at this point. But there will be stuff soon. I'm not exactly sure when we're going to be having shows yet. I think we're going to just start off maybe like one show every 2 weeks, maybe once a week. And, you know, it's going to be very similar to this, where it's just kind of buddies hanging out and talking about stuff. And it's going to be, you know, anything goes. It's like any scale, any IP, anyone. You know, we're totally open. We don't care. If you want to talk about Dragon Ball Z, you want to talk about horror, you want to talk whatever. You know, I think we may like take requests on things that people want to see, and you know, we'll talk about it, especially since John can kind of get a lot of this stuff in hand, so it'll be cool. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. I promise we'll do some stuff, and we're not going to step on like anyone's time. So I still want to be with, you know, Will and Lael, and I respect, you know, all the guys who've been going for a long time on Friday nights, Saturday nights. So we're probably going to do like some Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, where it doesn't step on anybody else. And you know, hopefully it'll just be a fun time, and I'd love for any of you guys to be on, or anyone that's on the panel, and we'll see how it goes. But our Facebook page has been pretty active. It's called I need to shorten it to just Collectors Enabled, but it's Collect Everything at Collectors Enabled. And nice. We're still working on it. It's a work in progress. But you know, we've had a lot of people just kind of sharing stuff, and anything from like 1/3 to 1/6 to Power Rangers to whatever, you name it. Nice. And it's just cool because I'll scroll through the stuff, and I'll just see stuff I've never seen before, and it's amazing. It's very dangerous, but you know, if you got nothing to lose, and you know, it's a lot of fun, and you might, you know, lose a bit of money maybe, but it's been fun so far, and you know, please join us. And again, it's just an extension of everything we're kind of doing here, and that Will and Lael and Brother Cousins promote. It's just fun. It's just more of a community for people to join in on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it sounds great. So people should definitely subscribe to Collectors Enabled. They should also subscribe to Brother Cousins Toys Reviews. So Brother Cousins, man, what's coming up with you?
Well, got a couple of things in the pipeline coming. So I got the collection tour. I'm finally doing that. That's going to be amazing. That's coming out next week. That's going to be great. We also have the top 10 figures I love video. Just finishing up editing that. So that's going to be coming to you guys very soon. Also, I'm getting real close to that 2K number. Oh my God, it's been feels like it's been forever. But I'm at like I think I'm at 1865 right now. So yeah, once I hit that 2K subs, once I hit 2K, I'll be doing a giveaway. So I'll be giving away an Ahsoka figure, and that will be coming from Sideshow Collectibles. Sideshow. Yeah, that will be coming from Sideshow. So that's the one that I initially pre-ordered like years ago. That we're still waiting, but once that comes in, I'll be giving that away to one lucky viewer and subscriber. All you got to do is subscribe. Once you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, I want Ahsoka. Or matter of fact, let's say this, get Jay to 2K, say that, get Jay
there
to
you
2K,
go.
And leave that as a comment on any one of my videos. Well, we'll give all the details. That doesn't make sense, but we'll get the details together for you guys. But that's what we're going with. We'll have the details ready for you guys. We'll make a specific video for you guys to leave a comment under. And then once we hit 2K, we'll do the giveaway live on the Best of the Best show. And we'll do it like that. Speaking of Best of the Best, we got that Thursday. That's going to be great. Also, we got another episode within Best of the Best. It will be an episode of Space Pimpin' Ain't Easy with the Space Pimp. Check that out. That's going to be crazy. He has his own show within my show. I don't know how that happened, but he does. So you want to check that out as well. And also we have Good Morning Grails. This Tuesday, we're going to be doing another episode of Good Morning Grails. That's early in the morning on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. It's going to be, I think we're going to be doing the RoboCop, Alex Murphy and Battle Damage RoboCop box set. So that's going to be great. Come join us. Love it. Also, that's what it is. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you so much for just, inviting me to your show. It's always a pleasure, brother.
Dude, absolutely. Always a pleasure to have both of you guys. Seriously, man, it was a fun show. And as far as me, I just released a show with Kiko Collects on Friday, Lights Camera Collect. So that was pretty fun. It's on YouTube for, if you want to go watch it. It's also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for those who want to listen to audio only. This show obviously will be up here soon. If for anyone's who catching it now or missing it or whatever, you can watch it on replay. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'll be on Dante's show Tuesday. I'll be on Lael's Wednesday. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll be back next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully with some new releases to talk about,
Yes.
We don't know exactly, but I can say, I'm with you, Brother Cousins. I have a collection tour that is coming soon.
Nice.
So because I've been waiting for the longest time to get the J&D Joker, and Josh from Comic Concept says he is arriving in the warehouse next week and ready to ship soon. So I'm excited that I paid my invoice for shipping. He's ready to roll hopefully next week. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see.
Wow.
But once I get him, I'm going to film probably a live unboxing and then do a collection tour. So I've sold a bunch of stuff recently, though. So I probably should have done it before I sold a bunch of stuff. But here we are. We're just going to do it. We're going to make it work. But guys, all I can say is thanks so much for joining. And just be on the lookout for Lights Camera Collect next Friday at new time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Collectors Mingle every Sunday at obviously 8 p.m. Eastern. And all I can say is peace out.